The Khan of Gods!
Okay, so another day, another microphone review. Today I am taking a look at this microphone called the WM9. It's a wireless lavalier microphone from a company called Arcen. Basically, I'm going to be doing a lot of comparisons between this and my Pixel Mac 20, which is my daily driver, which I have recommended to a lot of people. And I do know that a lot of people have actually purchased that microphone through my affiliate links. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, so basically this microphone system comes in this plain white box. Essentially, there is no branding of any kind in or on the box or around it. It's basically just a white box, and even the microphone itself doesn't have any branding on it, which is a little weird to me. The audio quality straight out of the microphone is what you're listening to right now. I have not edited it, I have not EQ'd it, I have not done anything to it. It is absolutely just wireless lav mic hooked up to me. I'm speaking straight into my camera from the receiver, and that's it. Nothing else has been done to this audio that you're listening to right now. And I imagine you actually think this microphone is really good, and I would agree with you. It's a great microphone. It sounds fine. There is nothing wrong with the audio. But here's the thing. When I purchased this microphone on Amazon, it was like $169 if I remember correctly. And when I bought my Pixel Mac 20 on Amazon, it was around the same price too, but I think the Pixel Mac 20 right now is selling for around $139 if I remember correctly. But when I went back to check this, like moments before making this video, the price had dropped by like $60 and it's now selling for like $109. Now, that's a drastic drop. And I think the reason why something like that might happen is because, first of all, the Pixel Mac 20 is a better microphone. And, you know, you don't actually need to use batteries with the Pixel Mac 20. This particular one needs AA batteries in the receiver and the transmitter. So essentially, without batteries or without some sort of power source, you cannot run this microphone system. It also has a USB-A port on the side where you can basically, you know, plug in a power bank or plug in from a wall outlet and power the receiver and the transmitter or whatever, and you can just continue to work like that. I mean, I suppose professionals will prefer this in cases where the shoot is longer or more extensive and, you know, you can't really depend on the battery inside of something like the Pixel Mac 20, for example, to last the entire period. So you want to be able to power with like a power bank or be able to pull out the batteries and replace them if need be or whatever. And I suppose that's cool. But for me personally, as a content creator, the Pixel Mac 20 is perfect. And I say that because I'm not somebody who forgets to charge my devices. My Pixel Mac 20 hardly ever goes below 3 bars of battery. If I see it go to 2, I charge it immediately. So, I mean, I don't really see how convenient it would be for me to have to be remembering to buy batteries or change batteries or stuff like that. Now, as far as the audio quality goes, this microphone sounds a little hotter than my Pixel Mac 20, which again is my daily driver. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just not what I would typically want in my lavalier microphone system. Like I said, it's a great microphone. It sounds fine, but I recorded some audio of this microphone and, you know, I compared them side by side and I sent samples to my music producer friend, DJ Clem. And I was explaining to him that, you know, the Pixel Mac 20 was cheaper in the initial purchase and I feel like it sounds better. And his take was the Pixel Mac 20 sounds a little cooler, while this is a little hotter or a lot hotter. And apparently professionals prefer for the microphone to be a little hot so that they can, you know, EQ and find the sweet spot or whatever. And it was explaining to me that this is something that people who work in TV and people who shoot a lot of professional interviews and stuff like that would prefer. And it's not a bad mic. Obviously, I didn't think it was a bad mic. I just didn't think it was as good as my Pixel Mac 20. But in his own opinion, this is actually better than the Pixel Mac 20. So, I mean, yeah, different strokes, different folks. I prefer the Mac 20. He prefers this. I guess it entirely depends on what you're hearing or the kind of ears you have or the kind of work you're going to be doing or what you want to do with it. Ultimately, the only thing that's worth talking about or that's worth considering is the fact that this requires batteries and the Mac 20 does not. Another thing that you should also know is that this actually has 50 channels. I don't know why that's important. I don't really know what that means. I mean, couldn't you just use one channel to record your audio all of the time? I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it has 50 channels and they made sure to advertise that extensively on the Amazon page. I really don't get it, but yes, just know you have 50 channels if you buy this microphone. My Pixel Mac 20 probably has 5 or 10 or less, or I don't know, nobody cares. Anyways, so let's talk about the accessories that this microphone actually comes with. In the box, obviously, you're going to get the lavalier microphone that hooks to the thing and a locking mechanism like so. That's what I'm wearing right now. You're going to get the transmitter, which is this, and it actually has like a whole lot of displays and frequency information and stuff on the microphone, which is actually a lot better than the Pixel Mac 20 because that one doesn't really display very much. Another thing is with this microphone, what I noticed is if you push the power button once, you can actually mute the microphone from sending a signal over to the receiver or whatever. Let me show you an example right now. I am going to mute this microphone in 3, 2, 1. Right, so now I just unmuted it. I think everything I just said in like the last 5 seconds, you probably didn't hear anything, which is because I muted the microphone, obviously. That's a neat little feature, I suppose, if you're, I don't know, on set and stuff, and you know, you don't want to be feeding into like a live broadcast and stuff. You could just mute your microphone and talk to the people around you and stuff like that. I don't know. I guess that could be useful. Yes, so let's talk about the rest of the accessories in the box. Aside the microphone, the receiver, the transmitter, you obviously get a cable that you're going to use to, you know, send the audio from the receiver into the camera, which, as I am looking at it right now, actually has a locking mechanism like the, what's it called? Like the transmitter and this microphone has. That's not something that I saw on my Pixel Mac 20. It was basically just an in-to-in cable. Other things that you find in the box are basically a manual, an instruction card, which isn't very important when you think about it because the instructions there don't actually tell you a lot about the features of this microphone. Nowhere in the instructions did I see that you could mute. Nowhere in the instructions did I see that you could control the volume of the output or the input and the settings and stuff like that. It's not helpful, so just don't bother. The only other things that you get in the, what's it called? That you get in the box are this Xlr adapter. Basically, this is an Xlr adapter for the receiver. Essentially, you can use this to send the audio directly into an audio interface like the one that I use here. It's actually not on my desk right now. I'm sure it's somewhere in the office. But yeah, you use this to send the audio directly into an audio interface. This is basically the mobile phone adapter. If you want to record the audio directly into a mobile phone, this is what you would use, I suppose. And you get a wind muff, which is cool, I guess. You also get an extra piece of microphone thing that you're supposed to use, like so. This one, there's an extra one in here. There's also one of those, what you call that thing? The hot shoe mount clip. Basically, the hot shoe mount clip is also included, and the one that was included in this package, I have basically hooked it up to my receiver, and it's over there, you know, hooked to the side of my camera right now. You can't see it, but I can. I will be showing you all this stuff with B-roll footage, obviously, like I said before. And yeah, that's about it. It's just a white box, no branding, nothing. Half of the instruction manual is Chinese, the other half is English, which I suppose is useful. And those are my thoughts about the Arcen WM9. I don't know if I'm saying the name of the company correctly, but we're just going to call it WM9, and the title of the video is going to have the name of the company. So, do I recommend this microphone? Absolutely. But if you could spend like $30 extra, or is it $39 extra, I'd advise you to get the Pixel Mac 20 as a content creator, if that's what you do. If you want to make YouTube videos or just talking head videos like I'm doing right now, the Pixel Mac 20 is the better fit in my opinion. But if you're going to be doing more professional stuff, according to my music producer friend, if you're going to be recording interviews, if you're going to be, doing stuff. And if for whatever reason the 50 channels are important to you or they're necessary to you, then this is probably the better microphone to pick. Just remember that you're going to need 4 AA batteries to put 2 in the transmitter and 2 in the receiver to make this work properly. Actually, you can't actually even use the mic without power. So obviously, you're going to need some sort of power source, maybe a power bank, maybe powering from a wall outlet, maybe, using the 4 AA batteries that you're supposed to use to make the microphone come on. But, I would never really advise you to plug your microphone system or your lavalier microphone system into a wall, because that kind of defeats the purpose of a wireless lavalier microphone system. Basically, the point of this is freedom to be able to move around, essentially. So if I'm tethered to a wall plug or something, that kind of defeats the purpose and it makes me uncomfortable. That's basically everything that I think about the WM9. I know that I compared it a lot with, the Pixel Mac 20. And the reason why I did that is because, well, that's my daily driver. And that's the microphone that I recommended to you guys first. Does that mean this microphone is a bad microphone? No. Does that mean the Pixel Mac 20 is better than this microphone? Arguable, but it completely depends on what you're going for and what you're trying to achieve. And one more thing, on the side of the transmitter, there's actually a low-cut filter here, so you could turn that on to take out the bass. Right now, the low-cut filter is on. If you can tell a difference in the audio quality, please let me know. Obviously, the low end and the rumble part of the audio is supposed to be taken out at this point. I don't really know if it's very evident in the audio right now, but like I said, I am not going to be touching the audio at all. I'm basically just going to record this video, put it in my Final Cut Pro, cut, and just upload for you guys. So I'm going to turn the low cut filter off now because I really don't want to mess with the direct audio quality straight out of the microphone. So those are my thoughts on the Arcen WM9 wireless lavalier microphone system. Thank you so much for watching this video. I guess I will see you on another video that was shot by Kagan, and please don't forget to subscribe. It actually helps out the channel. Peace.